Our week started at Union Car Spares, where we installed a new ARB bull bar, air locker and air compressor.
We then went to ATJ Extreme Off-Road to get some new Maxxis tires put on the truck.
So I've been running these Maxxis 762s for a while now, and my good friend Joe from ATJ Auto Parts in Kerikeri, he recommended me these tyres, saying they wear really well on the road, they clear really well. And I have to say these tyres have done almost 50,000 Ks. I worked it out this morning, it's about 47,000 Ks that I've done on these tyres. They've taken me all around New Zealand. We've done gravel, snow, riverbeds, sharp rocks, mud, sand, you name it, these tyres have been put through it. So after 50,000 Ks, 47,000 Ks, 9mm tread. So thanks to Maxxis, we're putting on a new set of tyres for this upcoming trip coming up this weekend. A few days later we meet up with Scott and Mike at Union Car Spares. The other half of the crew meet us at Dargaville on our way to Pouto Point.
We've just arrived at Pouto Point and we're about to hit the beach, so it's time to air down our tyres. So I'm going to drop these down to about 20 psi. I might actually go about 22 on the back just because of all the weight we have in the back. You want me to stick with you, Scott?
No, you guys good. You get going. I'll put these guys out.
Okay, bud.
Thanks. Just let him know because I said I'll give him a tire dad.
Our first challenge for the day is to climb up this sand dune. We've got 60 metres of winch rope, extra winch straps and land anchors. Let's see if we can make it up.
Just tell them we want the anchor over the top as far as it will go. Just make it work from there.
What a mission of a walk, just for a land anchor. Check out that hill behind me and winch up that. That's going to be pretty fun.
I don't think this is very good for my heart.
That ain't biting. No, it's not going to bite, Dad.
You have the land anchor and half the winch extension, fold it in half through the bow shackle and use 2 land anchors.
I think we're going to be best off to go through the forestry. It's going to take an hour of a truck easily.
So we've just run to the top of the dune and we've tried with both land anchors, and this sand is just way too soft and the anchors are just digging in when the winch comes on, the tension comes on. So, you know, we could try this, but it might take an hour of a truck to get it up. So we're going to turn around and try to get through the forestry. Huh?
Best time around, I reckon.
Big ones. About 20 seconds. 3,000 Ks out of my last set, and I just took them off this week, and they've still got 9 mil on them.
That's 70,000.
70,000.
And that's off-road, on-road.
Yeah.
Not being nice to me.
No, it was the same. I had bloody really good results.
The rims show the age of the tyres, because they've been on there since I got them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's why we put another set of next to quick ones on.
Well, from you guys, we're going to follow back up the road into the forestry, as due to tides we can't make around the point to the lighthouse at this current time, and it's going to be quicker to go back up towards the forestry than it is to wait a couple of hours for the tide to come back down to make it around the last probably 100 metres or so of beach.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. There's no point risking going around that point, hey, swamping a vehicle.
No.
We finally reached Pouto Point Lighthouse, the oldest wooden lighthouse in New Zealand. But we quickly push on to camp as the weather threatens to turn.
Slowly but surely. Getting hungry.
So with a busy week this week, trying to get the truck ready for this weekend trip, I completely forgot to check our tent, and some of the tent poles are broken. So I gave Brian a call at Rugged Life, and he's given us one of these swags to try out for the night. This is one of those older double swags. We've also got the new single swag to give to Dan, and he's going to give it a go. So I'm going to set the swag up, and as you can see, it's raining, so it's going to be a perfect night to test out how waterproof these swags are. Thanks a lot, Brian, you're a lifesaver. There we go, how easy is that? Literally a couple of minutes. We've got to camp pretty late tonight, so it's dark. And how good is that? You literally unroll it, a couple of minutes, and you've got your tent set up instead of a traditional tent that takes you 10 minutes, 15 minutes to set up. What we notice here is the difference with ours, how the middle sags a little bit. And this one here is completely straight. So this is one of the really new designs, and what Brian's done is, after designing these, because he gets these Rugged Life products manufactured, he's actually come back to the drawing board and talked to the guys who make them, and he's weeded out this issue of the tent sagging. So the new series of tents, they all look a lot sleeker and a lot straighter. So we'll find out how dry these tents are tonight. There's a fair bit of rain, and yeah, should have a good night's sleep.
So last time we were at Union Car Spares, I ducked off and asked Scott if I could get one of the ARB sleeping bags, because it's really important to me to stay warm while we're out camping and four-wheel driving. There's nothing worse than being uncomfortable or cold. And tonight it's a little chilly. Not as bad as it has been, but we'll check this one out tonight and we'll see how warm and snuggly it keeps me. So I'm eyeing up that box wing over there, because even though this is pretty nice while I'm cooking, we've got our oven and it's warm, it's still not quite as dry as it looks like it is over there.
Right, don't get blinded, but stick your face out. No, walk up a bit closer.
You're blinding him.
It's too much light.
Yeah, stick your head out of the tent. Tell us how you slept.
Good until you guys woke me up.
What are you eating?
Bacon and egg sandwich. That night was alright. Stayed dry, which was good. Condensates a little bit on the inside as long as you don't touch out your club. Not sure how old the foam is in that one, so it was a little bit harder than my liking, but Dan said the single one, which is brand new, has got a little bit more cushion, which, you know, is expected if it's brand new. But
What do you think of your swag, Dan?
It's good because it's good length too. I can stretch all the way out and I can fit nice and comfy in there.
Yeah, so
Sides don't touch.
you going to buy one?
Maybe I'd rather a rooftop tent though.
So I got to try the ARB sleeping bag last night, and I was actually really happy with it. It was nice and warm and cozy, and actually my favorite part was that the feet were really wide. Instead of narrowing at the bottom, it stayed wide, so it gave you that freedom to kind of roll around without feeling confined, which I really don't like in a sleeping bag. But overall, yeah, it was good. It was nice and warm, toasty. Definitely want to get one of my own.
How'd you guys
Not
sleep?
overly. Pretty good actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty
it was
dry?
Actually, it was actually quite hot. Yeah. It was not cold today. No.
Hi, Levi. You like your coat. He's like,
Not a morning person, eh?
he's like, Tess, don't mess up my coat.
Oh,
Same thing. How was your night?
oh, it was alright. Rain stopped right as we went to bed, which is the way it always happens, but
It's alright.
woke up this morning and there's a little bit of cloud around, but it's going to be a good day.
Stayed dry? So
Yeah.
What are we up to today?
We'll go and show you guys some of the big drops that we've got down here and slowly make our way up towards the swamp. The original plan was that we were going to go through the swamp, but the rain that we got last night and what it was like on Monday night when I done a bit of a recce run down here, going to make that call once we get to the start of the swamp and see how much water's around. But either way, we're going to have a little bit of mud and a little bit of water to play in, so regardless of whether we go through the swamp or not, we're going to head on up, and plan is to finish the trip off at Coyote Lakes.
My it's got a 40 series, 3B in it.
Yeah.
And you just can't keep up.
So this is effectively a 4-cylinder version of the 1H one.
Yep. Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh my gosh, Tess, you got it!
No, we've still got a few more trucks to get up, so we're just going to winch them, give them a winch, so that way we're not chewing the running in for everybody else to try and get up too much.
Oh, that's a heavy free spool.
Winching. Give it some gas. Not too much, just let it idle a little bit, dude. Yeah, hold it about there. Off just a little bit.
I know, I've got myself stuck.
You need to winch out.
No, I'll grab the Max Tracks and get ourselves out.
Copy that.
Okay, so I've just buried the Land Cruiser, and we're going to pull the Max Tracks out, and it should be a fairly straightforward recovery. Get the Max Tracks under all four wheels and just drive straight out of this. Just grab these as a shovel, we'll start digging this car out. Okay, so we've got the max tracks under, and go low range, put the rear locker in, and no wheel spin at all. That's the key for this. So here we go.
Just straighten them up a bit, that way it may just crawl. If you're too slow, you may crawl out of it. No, not quite. I think someone needs the max tracks. Get the max tracks under that thing and get them out.
So the key to these things is don't spin your wheels, eh?
Right, just idle back.
Low range, first gear, just idle. Because if you spin your wheels, you end up just melting the knobs off.
Right, okay.
Okay mate, nice and easy. Keep going. Yep, suck it in, keep going. That's the way. Very nice, keep driving it.
That went pretty well.
Yeah, so you can see Bruce decided to take the easy way out, put the max tracks under, and yeah, no worries at all. So just keep that wheel spin down, and Bruce managed to drive that one out backwards easy. So the reason we went backwards instead of forwards is because as soon as he would have come off the max tracks, he would have just buried himself again going uphill. So we got him out, he's out safely, so we'll pack the max tracks up and carry on.
We parked up the trucks and we headed out for a little bushwalk. Our group stops to pay our condolences to the child of one of the lighthouse keepers at Pouto Point. Here lies Dallas Finch, died October 1909 at the age of 7 months.
This is a turning point in our expedition. We get back into our trucks and point them north.
See those slats that have got water on them just over to our right?
Yeah mate.
Yeah, there's not normally that much water in there. Not like that, holy crap, yeah. So we won't be going through the swamp today, looking at that.
Okay, so that's the swamp, like to the right now, eh?
That's not the full swamp, but that's the end of it pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that looks pretty gnarly, mate. So yeah, as good as a Lancer as there is, it doesn't float.
I know the Hilux does, till it's filled with water. Just watch yourselves around here, guys, that while we're driving around the edge, if you see water in my wheel ruts, just make your own because it could be quicksand.
So we've come to the start of the swamp, and Mike, why can't we get through here?
Well, as you can see, there's obviously a bit of water in there today, and going off the rest of the water around this part here, I mean, this is all more than drivable today, but as we get further around, there's a lot more deeper holes that are, if it's this deep here, it's the potential of being over the roof in some holes if we're not careful, so we're just going to avoid the swamp today. Righto guys, we're at the what we call the quicksand, and all this trip along the soft sand along the dunes, I've been telling everybody to stay in my ruts, it makes it easier going. This is completely different, stay out of my ruts. Make your own wheel tracks through where you can see the water and the edges of where the water is. Make your own wheel ruts, and if you see water coming through my wheel tracks, definitely stay out of them, as you will sink through as I'll break on the surface. And don't stop whatever you do, just keep a good pace up.
So we're just coming up, driving up the beach, and we have to make it up to Bailey's Beach and get up off the exit up there. And tide's coming in, so 5 o'clock it's high tide. So we're kind of racing the tide a little bit, so we've got to keep the pace up just to get off the beach in time, so we don't end up getting one of the vehicles involved. Back her up. Chuck the ARB air locker in. Compressor goes on. Let's give this another go.